Before I gave you guys a little demonstration today, I want to break out a couple of dictionary definitions. So the first definition is the definition of a concept. A concept, a general idea derived or inferred from specific instances or occurrences. Another definition of a construct, something formed in the mind, a thought, or notion. And then also I want to give you the dictionary definition of a construct. To form by assembling or combining parts. So now we're going to proceed with this experiential demonstration here. So this is going to be my construct, and I'm going to fill it with concepts that I've identified with. We'll use it as an analogy. Alright. So that required effort. I had to fill my construct, or my conceptual model of reality, with concepts. And notice that the surface area increased. So the more concepts that I pumped into this conceptual model of reality, the more the surface area increased. So you can think of the surface area as being having an inverse relationship to the interior of the balloon. So the more concepts that I identify with, the more confusion, the more I need to continue seeking an understanding of what's happening, right? Instead of just being with actually what's happening. So let's say this is my conceptual model of reality, and then this is going to be your conceptual model of reality that you're going to fill with your concepts. Okay. That took a lot of effort. So we have my conceptual model of reality, and we have your conceptual model of reality. What does your conceptual model of reality and what does my conceptual model of reality have in common? Because they're so different. They can seem so different. What they have in common is the conceptual self needs to hang on to this to feel real, to feel valid, right? And this creates the illusion of separation between you and I. You're over there, I'm over here. Your concepts are valid, my concepts are not. And this is the illusion of duality, right? Two separate things, seemingly opposite, seemingly in conflict with one another. But there is something that is in common here that's kind of unseen. You can't see it, you can't taste it, but what it is, we'll use the analogy of the air that we filled these balloons with. We'll call the air nothing. Okay? So to have these two conceptual models of reality, we have to have a background, an underlying intrinsic background of nothing that supports this. So if I relax my focus on this conceptual model of reality and in essence deny my conceptual self the comfort of needing to hang on to this, if I leave this alone, it'll just shrink. That's a natural tendency. It wants to collapse because it's fragile. Or another tendency is it wants to pop. And then let's take your conceptual model of reality. Okay, same thing for you. It's fragile. There's a large surface area. It wants to deflate if I leave it alone, if I ignore it, right? Or if I do this, it pops. So now that both of our conceptual models of reality have fallen apart, and they always do for all of us, what remains? What do we have left? Just breathe with me for a moment, without thinking about that too much. Remember the analogy of nothing? The space that holds both of those conceptual models of reality? We have nothing in common. But that's a good thing, right? When you have nothing in common, there's no conflict. When you have nothing in common, there's no duality. But there's just an awareness of what's happening here, of what's happening now, the felt presence of being alive. That's it. So that is non-conceptual awareness 101.